In this video, we're gonna try to compute this limit. Our function is x plus the square root of 1 plus x squared, and we want to find the limit as x goes to minus infinity. Here, note that our function is defined for all the reals. Okay, we have no problem here. The issue that we have is that if we take this one to minus infinity, we're gonna get minus infinity, but this one will be plus infinity as x goes to minus infinity. And therefore, we have an issue here. So we can't conclude. Remember that we have proved that x plus the square root of 1 plus x squared is always positive. Okay, so one of the videos I have shown that this is always positive. Okay, so therefore we are not going to have an issue with this one when we need it. Okay, so the easiest way, I believe, is to multiply by the conjugate if we can get some limits. Okay, here, let's do that. So here, so if I multiply by the conjugate, so I'm going to multiply by x minus the square root of 1 plus x squared over x minus the square root of 1 plus x squared. And once I do that, I can I get the limit as x goes to minus infinity of x squared minus 1 minus x squared over x minus square root of 1 plus x squared, which is equal to minus 1 over x minus the square root of 1 plus x squared. Okay, here we need to note something. So this limit, this function here, so x minus the square root of 1 plus x squared is always less than 0 for all x is negative. Okay, so every time we have x negative, we have this value because we are interested in x going to minus infinity. To see this one, note that 1 plus x squared is always bigger than 0. If we multiply by a negative sign, we're going to have 1 plus x squared is less than 0. So if we add x to both sides, we're going to have this one. But since we are interested in the negative values, this is less than 0. So therefore, this is negative. Okay. The other thing is that if we take the limit of x minus the square root of 1 plus x squared is minus infinity as x goes to minus infinity. Why? Because this is minus infinity. This one will go to plus infinity, but with this one here, we have minus infinity. Therefore, we have a minus 1 over plus infinity. And therefore, we have minus 1 over minus infinity, which is 0. Okay? This means that our limit here is 0. What does this one mean? It means that if we graph our function, let me do it nicely here. So what I'm interested in the negative, big negative values. So I'm gonna get something like this. If this is my x-axis, so my function will be close to 0. So this is 0 here. This is the y-axis. So my function will be something like this. Okay. So here, it's going to be something like, let me do it nicely. It's going to get closer to 0. Anyways, you get the idea. When x is 0, it's 1. So it's something like this. Okay, that's what it means. And it can never be below because the function is positive. So we have proved that this quantity is always positive. Okay, so this proves the limit. If you see any errors or mistakes, please let me know. Thank you very much.